Well, howdy folks. Welcome back to the old wood shop. And I don't know if you can see anything different here, but the shop's been closed up for a couple of weeks while we upgraded some machinery. So we have a new wood lathe. It's a lot bigger. It allows, you could put a 18-inch bowl in here. You could do something about 36 inches long if you wanted. It's a quite a big step up for the old Chief Turner here. Lives in the kind of in the basement under the bridge, troll type thing, you know, where upper management tends to want to keep us out of sight, out of mind. So what we're doing today is these are three projects that did not get finished before the old lathe moved out, and so today I'm going to put the final coat of finish on it. It's going to be a mixture of tung oil and wipe-on poly, and actually just heard by text from the fellow that came down to Cedar Rapids and bought my old lathe. He lives up in the Mason City area. He and his wife came down. Very nice people. And he texted me the other day that he has the lathe reassembled and it's working fine. I'm really glad. I did sell it, and I think the price was good. It was a good machine, and I just wanted something a little bigger and a little better. So I'm glad he's satisfied. I'm satisfied. I found some other parts to the old Nova lathe this morning, so I texted him and asked him if he would be interested in them. He said he would, so I'm going to UPS them off to him. And so anyway, it's kind of a feel-good thing. I'm glad to be rid of it. He seems to be glad to have it. So anyway, that's where we're at. There was some difficulty getting this thing up and running. This has an emergency stop on it, and I knew it. I couldn't make it run, plugged it in, wouldn't do anything. Finally, I watched another guy on YouTube that was using the same lathe, and I kind of watched what he did to start, and I see he disengaged the emergency switch, emergency shutoff button. So, bingo. I thought so I came down here, and sure enough. So anyway, this is a variable speed, and it's pretty quiet. It's turning at about 50 RPM now, and I have a readout here, and I can control the speed. I can just with the dial, I can turn it up, turn it down. I have two ranges that I can run. One is from 50 to 1300, and which is what I'm in now, and that would be the range that you typically would use when turning this bigger stuff, because it has more starting torque. And in the high-speed range, you can run up to 3,500 RPMs. Unlikely to do that with bowls. Might, I doubt it. But if you were making a baseball bat or something, that's what you'd use. So anyway, I've got my finish set up here, and I thought that we would kind of start on this thing and see where we come out at. So I always start on the outside, and whenever I do this on camera, I think, well, that's kind of dumb. People watching on camera are thinking, what the heck's that guy doing? We can't see a darn thing. And you're right, you can't. But these steps are small, and I'll just be a minute or two, and I'll have this thing covered. And the reason I finish on the lathe is I can turn it down on low speed and kind of spread the That's another thing I like about this lathe. It has the motor braking. In other words, when you shut it off, just to off, the motor helps the spin. So you're not standing there waiting for the material for the lathe to stop spinning before you can do anything. Now, I used it yesterday, and I did turn out a bowl, and this was the first time I'd used this lathe, and I have to say there was some things that I didn't like about this, and there's some things I liked, and of course it'll just be a situation where I'll get used to using this thing, and pretty soon it'll be like the home lathe. So anyway, this bowl is some of you probably recognize this. This is maple burl. I have finished this with a brown tint, and that's pretty evident there. And I've also used some blue, which doesn't really show up much. I don't know why. And I can't remember if I used any green on this or not. This is work I did about 2 weeks ago. And this will be the final coat of finish on it. And now I got to remember in these final coats that it's easy to get too much finish on here, and then when you turn the bowl right side up to dry, the finish runs down in puddles in the bottom and makes a puddle. So what you need to do is take a clean paper towel or rag, paper towel preferably, and just run over there and kind of soak up the excess so that there's not a lot of excess on there. And it's most important on the inside. Okay, so, well, shucks, I'm beginning, now that I get the light on it, which reminds me, I don't have my my light on here that I can see in the, maybe I should do that. Now, as usual, so I don't have it. Not well prepared, they'd say. Well, you didn't do a good job of preparing. I'll probably get some remarks from upper management that it look like you're an amateur doing this stuff. And of course, I say, well, you know, what do you expect? That's what you pay me. So anyway, we don't want to get into that now. So that should be the final. That's the way it should look. And I'm going to shut off here before I try and take that out of the holder, because sometimes it's a two-handed job to do that. So anyway, thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.